and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, bulls that might happen to be sealed inside of pots, you're also welcome to DnDTime. Welcome back for adventure number 2, game 2 tonight. Before we dive into the game, let's take a moment to introduce our awesome cast. This is a Fable tier adventure, meaning all of these players have completed at least 6 games with us, have defeated one of our bosses, and are strong. They're strong. So first and foremost, let me introduce Fluffy, Master of None. How are you doing, Fluffy?
Hello, Jeremy. Been an interesting time.
Now, when you say interesting, you said that almost like menacingly, Fluffy. What's going on?
My body still twitches from the last adventure with the lightning lizard. It makes it difficult to sleep.
Yeah, lightning lizards will do that. They tend to electrocute you, so you're still feeling the after effects of electricity, huh?
I've never been struck by lightning. I don't plan to again, I hope.
Well, you know, Fluffy, the good news is if you die and Bartholomew resurrects you, maybe that'll go away. Albeit, I don't think you want to. That's generally not the goal.
I hear death solves a lot of problems.
Well, you know, death is a part of life. Well, Fluffy, for those unfamiliar, who are you and what do you do here in the land of DnDTime? What's your modus operandi? What's your goals?
I am a furbog druid. I am a lover of nature, and I have been given the name Fluffy, which I have come to like and enjoy.
I'm really glad. I didn't know you had like opinions on the name yet.
It's simple, short, and it's, from what I know, not rude.
No, it's cute, actually, I think would be the term. Well,
so
awesome, Fluffy.
Motivation, adventure. Yeah, my motivation would be I want to explore the world.
And what a crazy world it is. I'm sure you're going to have a great time. There's a lot to explore in this particular adventure. So, yeah, it's going to be good.
Oh, the dwarves again. Yes. I have a spoon from
them. And next we have Beardfish, our favorite Triton monk. How are you doing, Beardfish?
Hello, I am good.
What's up? How you been?
I have been lost, but I found my way back.
So did you get lost trying to get back to Bartholomew's shop?
Yes. Land is hard. I mean, like, it's difficult.
Did you at least end up anywhere interesting, or it was just really boring?
Oh yeah, lots of interesting places. There was a lot of rocks, and there was like really big trees full of sticks, and like at one point there was like weird short people. I don't know, it was really cool. They weren't dwarves because they didn't have beards. I was very confused.
There were people in the trees that weren't dwarves.
Oh no, these weren't in the trees, but are there dwarves that go in trees?
Maybe. Who knows?
Forest gnome.
Well, Beardfish, it sounds like you went on quite an adventure, but now you're back, and Bartholomew immediately throws you out to go adventuring again.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that, or are you being forced to adventure for Bartholomew?
I didn't think about that.
Well, we'll worry about that another time. Welcome back, anyway, Beardfish. I'm sure this is going to be a great adventure. You're visiting your old dwarf pals.
Yeah, I have a different beard than last time they saw me. I hope they recognize me.
We'll see. Beards can be very distinctive for dwarves.
Keep in mind, if they don't know slavery, it's not slavery.
You know, this is a deep philosophical question. Lorquin, talking about deep philosophical questions, are you still unkillable?
So far, I am.
You've yet never felt the sweet embrace of death. Now, Lorquin, how do you feel being one of the only characters in DnDTime to never have died?
It feels good, but it also worries me. Death could always be right round the corner. Always have to be on the lookout.
I see. Well, Lorquin, have you made any headway in terms of finding the lizard folk who killed your old master?
Unfortunately, I have not, but I have been learning to play the lute, and I'm
Really?
I'm planning on joining a traveling band to go out and search.
Exciting. So is the band masquerading as a band, but really they're hunting lizards, or?
It's I'm not really meant to speak about it, but it's a group of spies.
Well,
And
I won't
an old
tell
friend.
anyone. I'm sure no one will know. If you could just tell us right now, I'm sure no one will hear it. Lorquin.
Yes,
Who's spies?
it was an old friend that invited me into it.
Well, this is a very interesting development. Are they also looking for the lizard folk who killed your master, or are they have other goals that you're going to help along the way?
I'm not sure. They've not told me anything.
They're very secretive spies.
Yes, I don't think they trust me too much.
Well, you know what? I'm sure you're going to have an opportunity to prove your loyalty soon. I can sense it. Though probably not in this adventure. This adventure is just going to be a regular old adventure. Anyway, Lorquin, welcome back. It's always great to have you. And last but certainly not least, Jenny Galanodel, our favorite protector. How are you doing, Jenny?
I'm doing fine. Absolutely fine. Why do you ask?
I was just asking. It's just kind of my conversation starter. Is how you doing?
I
It's a
am
bad conversation
doing
starter.
good.
Mhm.
My voice is definitely not doing weird things right now.
No, I mean, seems perfectly normal to me.
No, I definitely am not going through elf puberty still.
Well, yeah, no, it's weird for half elves, right? Because you're half elf and you're half human.
Yeah,
make
we
things a
literally
little
have
funky.
two puberties.
That sounds like a real struggle, Jenny. I'm wondering though, how have you been since your last adventure? Been exploring? Been what you been doing?
Well, actually, I've been assigned the task of getting together all of the spells and knowledge from Bartholomew's shop, literally stealing his books and copying down all the information.
Wow, I mean that does not sound at all bad. I'm wondering who's assigned this to you.
Basically, so you remember last time when stuff went down with the dimension and the tear in the sky on the horizon?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, so like after that, my family was like, you know what, we need to get invested in this magic business.
I see.
And so literally I went through all of Elemental Evils and Xanathar's Guide in the 5 minutes before we started the show and copied down all of the spells.
Wow. That's speed reading. 5 minutes, all the spells. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I have like 20 notepads open.
And there you have it, folks. Well, Jenny, I hope your quest for magic is fruitful. And we'll see what else is fruitful this adventure. Okay, that was a bad segue. Tonight, you're going to be heading to the dwarven city of Ag, capital of the Silvered Peaks, the Dwarven Empire in the north. You have all been hired through Bartholomew to head to the city. Apparently, they're having a bit of an issue with mold or some sort of fungus infestation. And you have made the journey up to the Silver Peaks. It's been a bit of a trek. You've climbed up the mountain, and we start our adventure as you approach the large set of towering stone doors, which mark the entryway into Ag's cavern.
Hello!
They are overgrown with all sorts of green fungus and algae and stuff.
Hey,
Oh,
I've been here before, but there was less pond scum on the doors.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's really
Nature
weird
running
seeing
its
all this
course.
seeing all this greenery, but it's like snowing and windy around you because you're up on the top of a mountain. The doors are currently closed. However, there's like a tiny little door in the large set of double doors that tower way up into the air. And that one's open. It's just wide open. Looking in beyond, it looks like just more green. It's like a jungle in there.
How lovely.
You don't see any dwarves right now.
Jenny is going to. How big is the door?
The double doors? The double
No,
doors
the
are
tiny
like,
door.
Oh, it's like 5 feet, 5.5 feet tall.
Okay, so Jenny crouches and kind of like has to like squat down to enter this door.
Yeah, so you kind of scoot through, and on the inside, you can see the ceiling of a massive hollowed-out cavern. It gleams with silver, as the entire cavern seems to be plated with it on the ceiling. The city itself, made of stone and silver, however, is completely overgrown before you. All sorts of green fungus and mold and weird, just all green. It's not like vines either. Just green fungus everywhere. It's all over the ground in front of you, all over the buildings.
To be clear, this is fungus, not just silver tarnishing.
Yeah, it's definitely like fuzzy and like fairly large in places. The dwarves, however, are still just out and about. They're walking around. You see one clearly female dwarf. She's wearing a long pink dress. Has an equally long beard, however. She's pushing a baby carriage that's completely overgrown with this fungus, and you see a little baby dwarf inside of it with his big bottle of beer, as baby dwarves do. And yeah, it's just the dwarves are out just doing their normal thing, just seemingly not really caring about the fungus everywhere. And it's a little unsettling.
This place used to be a lot more shiny.
I like the green.
Well,
Reminds me of home.
I guess we better go talk to the king or whoever summoned us here.
Yeah, as you go to say that, you see up ahead, it looks like it's a dwarf. He's standing just kind of in the middle of the road, wearing bright, actually polished silver armor, the only thing not covered in fungus you've noticed so far. He has a big halberd in one hand, and kind of engraved onto his breastplate is the symbol of Ag, which is just 2 runic letters that are A in Dwarven. And he seems to be like looking around like he's waiting for something, but he's kind of distracted in a conversation with another dwarf nearby. As you start to walk down the road, he turns, noticing you. He says, "Oh, why, hello, you're from Bartholomew's crew."
Yeah, obviously.
I am indeed.
Yes, I'm Captain Himley. I called for your aid. Well, actually, I didn't. The king did.
Is King Silverbeard?
Oh, well, King Silverbeard, yes. He's not coming out from his room. He's just kind of yelling through the door. He's very afraid of the mold.
Well,
Fungus or whatever this is.
I'm his friend. Can I go talk to him?
He wouldn't let anyone in. So
But-
maybe like at the end of the adventure, if you get rid of the mold.
But I'm his friend.
I also have a message for the lad that I still have his spoon.
Well, I'm afraid I can't bring it to him right now.
Can you tell him that Beardfish is here?
Well, like, if you can't bring those things to him, then here, take this. And Jenny's gonna take out a golden dwarf phallus.
Oh no!
You got a lot of balls bringing that here. Bringing gold to the city of silver.
Well, I'm not going to the city of AU anytime soon. I assume that you guys have more connection to them than I do.
Not sure if that's respectful or racist, but I'll take it anyway. He reaches out and takes the golden dwarf stick you've been carrying around. I guess I'll give this to the king whenever he comes out of his room.
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah, because apparently it was stolen
Right.
Anyways, one of the
anyway,
adventures gave it to me.
Yeah, I really do need your help, though. There's a problem we've been having. A group of strange fungaloid creatures. They're like plant people, but they're all fungus mushroomy. It's very strange. They've moved in on the western district of town, and with them all of this green. And he kind of scrapes his halberd against a building, and some of the fungus just comes off. All of the green fungus is grown up everywhere. It seems to be coming from them. Really, we just need you to, I don't know, find a way to get them
Kill
to
them.
leave. Well, interesting. We really don't want to kill anyone if we can help it.
Well, you've hired Bartholomew's adventure crew, so we're going to clean up now.
I'm very
She totally does
suspicious of
air
that.
quotes when she says clean up.
Right, I really, no killing them. Like, no. They're just,
You
have
they're
some
just plant
oil?
people. Oh, no, we've tried the fire and the whole city catches ablaze. Grows back the
Um,
next day.
I'm very good at talking with plants.
That's exactly what we need. That one. You, large furry man.
Yeah, I
You're
will
in
try.
charge.
Oh.
Here, let me bring you to the plant people.
Okay, let me just prepare speak with plants.
Okay. Yeah, as you guys are kind of walking down the street, a few of the dwarves give you a wave, Beardfish, and they're like, "Oh, nice beard. Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm like what you did." Specifically, it's the barkeep dwarf that you met that time.
Oh, hey, your beard is back.
Yeah, no, it's great. It grew back. I didn't think, sometimes when you don't have a beard, you think the world's ending. Like it's never going to get any better, but it grows back eventually.
Beardfish is gonna walk up and just like with both hands start like stroking their beard. Yeah, it's a really good one. Congrats.
Okay. He's a little like off put by it, but it's all right. Your little excursion lasts a little while. You talk with this beard guy, with the dwarf who walks with you. He seems to like when you stroke his beard, but he's also like a little uncomfortable with it. And eventually he goes off on his own way. And you end up in the western quarter of town, where you can see the fungus is much more virulent. There's actually like big vines of fungus, and it's beginning to look like almost like a jungle. And you see walking around, also like just kind of with the other dwarves here, are a bunch of strange fungaloid plant folk. They look like just large bipedal humans just covered in fungus. It's like, think like a werewolf, but instead of fur, it's just all fungus. And you can't see any skin or anything under. So you don't know if they're just solid fungus or if there's some body under them that's full of fungus. And their eyes kind of glow a little yellow to kind of show where you can see where
So
their eyes.
Jenny is going to reach up into the sky, and a tear in the reality appears, and she's
Okay.
going to pull from that staticky tear in reality her cut hammer, and it makes one of those really loud vorpal sounds.
Yeah. Okay.
I asked the dwarf if they're capable of talking.
Yeah, a bunch of the plant people and dwarves who are just kind of walking around here turn to look at you, Jenny, as that sound happens, and the dwarf who is guiding you, Commander Hamel, says, yeah, they can speak. I think. I haven't spent a lot of time over here. And you can see, actually, in just a few minutes he's been over here, fungus has started to grow on his silver armor.
Jenny turns to look at the captain and says, "But do they bleed?" Sorry, something weird with my voice.
That was very strange.
Can I talk to the mold that's growing on his armor?
Yeah, if you want, sure. What do you say?
I said, "What are you doing there, friend?" I'm not sure you'd be growing on.
How are you, large furry person? The mold sings back. The rest of you like hear it kind of rustle a little bit and make some weird like buzzing sound.
So you asked me how I was doing.
Yeah.
I'm doing well.
I'm going to
what
try
is
to
going on?
cut hammer the mold off his armor.
Okay.
And I stopped that.
Oh no.
Fluffy, you hold out your hand. Jenny, you can see Fluffy's obviously trying to stop you and is clearly speaking to the mold. Do you care? Or do you just keep trying to attack it?
I mean, if this goes on too long, then yeah. I'm gonna attack.
And so, Fluffy, the next thing the mold does is it sings to you, I am really scared. My house is covered in flying monsters.
Your house is covered in flying monsters. Very
Yeah, they're the worst. And in that last little bit, a bunch of the other plant folk who'd been kind of gathering around also speak it. So it's like a really weird chorus that I think all of you hear actually when the other plant folk speak. You just all hear, oh, it's really bad, or whatever I just said.
Oh god.
So I'll let the dwarf know that it seems
The dwarf is very uncomfortable and taking a few steps back after scraping the mold off his armor.
Can I like hold the mold? Can I just put it on my
you
tree?
put it in your hand. You're carrying it. Sure.
No, but I have a bonsai tree on my back.
You have a
in my
little
backpack.
bonsai tree. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, you stick it in there.
Yeah, there you go, little buddy. You'll be
one of the
safe there for the time being.
Plant folk kind of walks up to you. Hello.
Hello there.
Are you our friends?
Yes,
I'm
we are.
friends with everybody.
I like
here
your
to help.
beard. Can I have it?
Oh, well, I mean, I worked really hard for this one, but I can give you part of it.
That sounds
do it.
great. I'll use it to grow a whole new beard.
Can I use Druidcraft to give the plant creature like a flowery beard?
Oh, you absolutely can.
Oh, even
Yeah.
better.
Beardfish, as you go to like take off pieces of your beard, kind of, I guess, Fluffy, I guess, like moves his hands forward and does like a weird hand motion or whatever, and a bunch of flowers begin to grow out, forming a nice flower beard on this fungus man.
Oh, no.
Wow,
Now
that's really great.
your beard's better than mine now. Congratulations on your beard.
I really like it.
No.
And
Do
then
you
he kinda
require
looks-
our assistance?
Yes. Looks down sadly. And a couple of the other not veggie pygmies, a couple of other plant people walk forward. And they all kind of sing in unison. And they tell you a story. I'm not going to go through the whole thing in their awful singy voice. But they sing you a story of horrible flying aberration that have attacked their cavern directly below the city of Ag. And so they had to flee to here, and this is where they're living.
Mm-hmm. So if we deal with that creature, you can return home?
Exactly. If you kill the things or drive them away, we will leave.
When they're singing, I want Fluffy to be like, when you move your head to a song.
Yeah, it's kind of do. Yep,
Yeah.
okay.
So we're not killing these people, we're killing the flying people.
The plant folk just shrugs, and the dwarf's like, I don't know. You figure it
could
out.
I
Could
mean,
you
if we work down the chain, we can kill the dwarves, then we can kill the plant people,
Nope.
then we can kill the flying thing,
Nope.
and then we can kill whatever made the flying thing go to the... Yes?
That sounds like a lot of work.
Should we start with the flying thing, given it seems to be the most pressing issue?
Let's
Sure,
kill the
I'm down with
flying
that.
thing. If the mold doesn't go back, then we kill the mold.
We could just scare the flying thing off. I sometimes scare seagulls off by jumping out of the water at them and chomping at them.
Does that
Little
work?
plant creatures.
It works. Seagulls are really stupid.
You can try this. You can try that with this. I wish you all the best of luck.
Could you show us the way to your home?
Yeah, I mean, this plant folk now takes over leading you. They lead you down a winding series of passageways and through like a crevice in the wall that you didn't think like went anywhere, but it gets really tight and then comes out to a fairly large opening. Maybe Jenny, you probably have some armor with some issue with your half plate, so you like have to take it off and get through and put it back on, and it's kind of a bit of a rigmarole.
I mean, half plate is just like a breastplate with like some other bits on the legs and stuff.
Do I have a permanent plant friend now? That's in my fungi tree.
Yeah, you do. You have a permanent sentient fungus who lives in your tree.
As long as it doesn't annoy me, you do.
Good point. Yeah, it just kind of quietly buzzes. Fluffy, when you speak, while you can speak with plants, it's just like humming. It's like just humming to itself.
That's adorable.
The music of nature is beautiful.
Yeah, and after a little while of travel, you're traveling for like a solid 45 minutes through these various tunnels. You enter into a massive cavern that is just completely overgrown with vines and algae. It's dank, it's kind of damp. There's a slight wind that's rushing through it, and you're not really sure where. You can only just barely hear it in the distance. And the plant person stops and says, I won't go any further because I'm really scared of the thing.
It's understandable.
They're up there. And he points ahead.
I see. Shall we proceed? Everybody, are we ready?
Yeah.
Do I see what the creature is pointing at with my 120 feet of angelic sight?
Yeah, with your dark vision. Yeah, you look ahead. And I mean, the biggest issue here is all of the foliage, the overgrowth in this cavern. So no, you really don't. There is a bit of a path, but it curves up ahead and seems to enter into like a cave system that's slightly less overgrown.
Okay.
But yeah, you go ahead, Fluffy.
I'll cast detect magic and just have that up for the time being, just in case.
Okay. Everything here is slightly magical, in the kind of evocation variety, but in the same way that healing magic is evocation, right? It's just kind of the ambient energy of life here in this very virulent cavern.
Oh, plant growth spell?
Maybe actually, maybe. Can you cast plant growth? Maybe you're probably familiar enough with the concept. Yeah, it may have something to do with that.
Yeah, third level spell. I can cast it.
Yeah. So yeah,
it takes 8 hours.
Sorry, I just have a quick question. What language is the mossy, moldy stuff speaking? Would it be primordial?
You know, it might be actually. It's probably a dialect of primordial. So you probably get like you also hear it a little bit, Beardfish.
Yeah, Beardfish speaks primordial, so that's great. Oh, it sounds like algae.
Yeah, exactly. This is exactly what it reminds you of. So you scoot ahead, you go down the tunnel, and you begin to hear probably your past perceptions. Fluffy and Lorquin probably have a very high past perception because, well, what are your past perceptions?
15.
Yeah,
16.
So yeah, with a 15, Lorquin and Fluffy, you two are the first to hear a sound coming from up ahead. And in this very small cave, it's only about 10 feet wide, 10 feet tall. It goes around a very steep corner, and you can see light up ahead, and a shadow in that light. You see like long tentacles and a large kind of amorphous mass moving toward you on the other side. You two spot that, and you also hear just a very light sound. Kind of, it seems distant, maybe echoing in the cave, or just very quiet. And the sound
is it very dark here?
Yeah, it is, but you see with the light up ahead.
Okay.
And the sound you hear is.
All right, Jenny is running up ahead.
Sure,
okay, Jenny, you're rushing around the corner.
Jenny has her cut hammer out. She's in full on, I'm going to fucking destroy the evil.
Okay.
Can I nature check this? Sound?
Yeah, if you want, sure.
Nope.
I have no idea what this could be. And as the rest of you kind of stop and like go to look at each other and like talk about what you hear for a second, Jenny rushes forward. Does she have a battle cry or she's running?
She says in Sylvan, "Die scum."
Die scum.
Oh,
As you
understand
turn
that.
the corner, you see only a few feet away, it was just about to turn the corner toward you. You kind of met at the corner. A maybe like 2-foot diameter floating jellyfish. You see the air kind of distorted underneath it, which is the sound of the... It's like shooting air down from under itself. It has 2 big eye stalks that poke up from the top. It's wearing what looks like a tiny little like cloak that's poorly fastened on it. It's got a big mouth on the top of its jellyfish head and a bunch of tentacles that hang down. It's bright yellow
Does
in
this
color.
look like a flump?
Yeah, I was
It,
about
in
to say.
fact, looks like a flump.
Excellent.
Do you annihilate? Okay, you annihilate. Oh, jeez, you hit him. As a flump, he's carrying a torch with one of his tentacles, and it turns the corner. This seems very surprised to see you. And you take your cut hammer down. Which side, bash or slash?
Slash. I want to cut all the tentacles off.
Yeah, you flash your cut hammer across. All of its tentacles get slashed off. The torch kind of falls on the ground. It turns a bright, like, red color instead of its normal yellow. And kind of, without the tentacles to stabilize it, the air that it shoots out to keep itself afloat just shoots off. It flies in a random direction, slams into the wall, and then falls on the ground. Seemingly lifeless. Just bleeding a horrible green goo.
Can I walk
wasn't
over
very
and kick
nice.
it?
You walk over and kick it. It kind of makes a sound as you kick it. It's
Yeah.
got like, it's got the end of its two eye stalks. It had like just big white eyes that now have comical X's over them.
I give it
Uh,
another kick.
I'm gonna ask
Okay.
the fungus that's on the bones. Like, oh, was this the flying creature?
Yeah, it can't really speak super well, but it gives you the equivalent of like a yes.
Okay.
It can do very simple concept.
Was it alone or was there more?
Many more. There were hundreds of them.
That proceeding on we shall then.
Why are
Jenny gives
they
the
here?
biggest smile.
Well, Fluffy's the only one that knows there were hundreds of them right now.
Oh.
Yeah,
I say to
Fluffy,
Fluffy,
tell-
would it be a bad idea to set this place on fire?
most likely, given the moss has spread to the dwarven kingdom.
Oh. I just figure it's probably the fastest way of clearing out these flying things.
We could cut away the mold from the entrance, and then maybe. But I feel the mold people might like their mold.
Unless this is, like I said, another situation in which the
Wait.
flying things will leave if we kill whatever took over their home.
Yeah, I was like, because if there's plants on the dwarves and fly things on the plants, why are the flying things here? What's on the flying things?
But you
Swimming-
guys gave
swimming
me
things.
permission to start with killing all these things and then kill the plant people, then the dwarves. So
no,
we're going
that's
with that
back.
plan.
No, that's working the wrong way. We got it. What they're what?
Okay. Well, do you guys continue up ahead? Well, I guess yeah. The only way to go is up ahead. As you continue up ahead, you come to you see more light in the distance, and you come to it looks like a little barricade that's been built in the middle of this passageway. It seems to be made of wood. Maybe it's dried fungus. You're not really sure. It stands about 4 feet high. It covers most of the passage. Basically, it's like a thing you can hide behind. And there are a bunch of those floaty creatures. They're all bright red instead of their normal yellow.
I saw a trace.
They seem very anxious as you guys approach. Here's the thing,
Ahoy!
there's nowhere to hide, so their pass without a trace won't really help you walking right at them.
Oh,
they're
okay.
facing-
Never mind then.
Yeah.
Beardfish is going to yell a kind greeting. Ahoy!
I should
Okay.
say hello as well.
there are eight of these flumps there. They're all wearing like little brown capes, except for one, which is also wearing a kind of weird looking cap. It's just a brown kind of hemispherical cap. And you yell ahoy, and one of them, they all kind of like their colors shift a little bit back toward that yellow. And you hear telepathically in your mind, Beardfish, one of them say, "Hello, who are you? We heard sounds of fighting."
I don't worry about that. Why are you here?
Was it the undead monstrosity?
What?
Oh God, no.
Is it here? And as you hear that telepathically, you all hear this telepathically, by the way. You see all the other flumps get very anxious and nervous. They're carrying like crappy spears and stuff.
Let me guess. An undead has scared you out of our home.
A horrible undead monstrosity has scared us
Point in
out
a direction.
has scared us out of the.
We don't care where it's scared you from. Just show us where.
Okay. They go to lead you the way.
Meanwhile, Jenny is like hovering over one of the like straggler flumps.
You just wait.
Jenny, you get to kill an undead. You're good.
But these are abominations, right?
They're definitely.
They might be, but an undead is even worse.
I will fight the greater evil.
Okay. So they lead you down a big flight of stairs way in the back. And you're going down for another like hour of just walking.
I wonder who scared the undead out of their home.
One flump is talking to you, and he's just like, "Oh, hi, I'm Abbot Flump. I'm the leader of the flumps here of the Great Chapel." And he's talking to you about his great flump civilization here, where they
Are there
study
any
philosophy
other
and literature.
flumps? Are there any other flumps aside from the leader with us?
No, it's just him.
Oh
He
god.
seems to trust
Yeah.
you super completely.
How many tentacles does this flump have?
He's got a whole bunch. It's kind of hard to count because they're like moving a lot. Well, he kind of.
Can I single out one of his tentacles?
You could try.
Try is good enough for me.
Oh god, you're gonna try and cut off one of his arms. Yeah, you slash one of his tentacles, and he just telepathically he turns a bright purple color.
Why did you do that?
Cut off one of his tentacles. He's like, "Why did you do that?"
Lead us quietly, monster.
He makes like an awful face with his eye stalks and his weird top of his head flump mouth.
Beardfish picks up the tentacle and like tries to stick it back on, and then kind of ties the cut off end with the one that's cut off. I'm sorry.
Can I put it back together with a healing word?
So, can you roll me a medicine check, Beardfish? And you're gonna roll it with advantage because Fluffy's helping you. But your DC is pretty high. It's like a 15.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll the healing word as well?
No, that'll be good because as Beardfish manages to hold it like perfectly on, your healing word goes off and it does reattach. However, it appears to be on slightly backwards. Not that it matters. The flump quietly and begrudgingly leads you the rest of the way.
I do apologize for her. He's going through some emotion.
Yeah, it's kind of like leading you forward, and then one eye stalk's looking backward at you, Jenny, giving you an evil eye, like, "Oh no, I got one of my eyes on you."
How big are
I'm
these?
just going to walk
creatures?
beside
Oh,
Jenny
flump.
just to make sure she doesn't attack it again.
Good call,
Oh,
Lorquin.
Lord.
The flumps, they're pretty small. They're only like 2 feet diameter, and then they got like maybe like 2 foot long, 3 foot long wiggly tentacles. They aren't that big. Probably 2 feet. And yeah, he leads you into a large underground stone chamber. I didn't get to use my flump music, so we're still on eerie, ominous echoing.
Just use your flump music for this one. It's fine.
I'm going to use something else for this one. As you enter into this massive stone chamber, you can see ahead of you, there is a massive gray chapel. It seems to be not carved, but formed from the stone itself here, perfectly smooth. It bears no holy symbols or any decoration at all. It seems purely utilitarian. You can see that there were once 2 large wooden doors that have been blasted to bits, a big hole in the middle, just a perfect, like, spherical hole in the middle of the doors. You can see that inside there looks like there are like bookshelves that are scattered and knocked about, books and scrolls and parchments and tables all scattered in ruin. And the flump tells you it's in there and glares angrily at you, Jenny.
Jenny.
Why?
There's undead for you in there. Off you go.
Why is he undead here? Who moved it out of its home?
The flump
don't
shrugs
care.
comically.
Yes. It's probably some sort of swimming.
Jenny
creature.
charges.
Jenny rushes in. Okay.
We follow, but
battle
we do
cry
not.
or-
I do not run.
Well, actually, in that case, I'm gonna want you guys to all roll for initiative now, because you're just rushing in.
8.
So you're the one to see the thing. I'll roll.
I act before the party. That's real.
Wow, crazy. Yeah, look, you're the first one to do it. So, or to go, really. So what's going to happen, it's going to be Lorquin, Foe, Fluffy, Jenny, and Beardfish last. As Beardfish, you get distracted because the flump's like, he's noping out of there. He's getting out. He doesn't want to be
Does the
anywhere
flump
near.
get initiative? Does he
No,
join
he's
in?
running away. He's fleeing.
Beardfish is just kind of flailing, and I was like, wait, but why is the undead here? Where does it live? What's in its home?
And as you rush through the gates, Jenny, you see the target of your quarry, a large flying meatball with many tentacles and eyes. However, it seems super dead.
Nope.
It seems super undead, rather. Jenny, you get to say like one like phrase is your reaction when you see it. What is that phrase?
It's the verbal phrase for hex.
Yeah, okay. All right, so that'll be on your turn. And Lorquin, it is your turn as you hear the cries of battle from Jenny ahead.
Can I see this giant meatball undead flying thing?
No, you have to move inside to see it.
I'll move 30 feet inside to see if I can see it.
About 15 feet will get you to the doorway, and then you can see it. It's over on the side of the chamber, just kind of floating around, actually. You see a
Is
bunch
there
of
light
dead
in here?
flumps. Yeah, the whole place is just kind of ambiently lit by
Good.
some sort of unseen magic.
Okay, once I see it, I'm just going to shoot it with my light crossbow and do that
Sure.
twice.
You rush ahead, get up to the wall, tuck behind. You're currently unseen, so you have advantage in your attack.
Oh, there's one.
So it's an 18 will definitely hit him. And a crit on number 2. Nice!
Yeah, so there's the damage from the 18 and there's the damage from the crit.
Nice! It's going to be 18 points of damage. Yeah, you shoot this creature, immediately gaining its attention. It looks toward you. A large, rotting tongue hanging from its mouth. You see broken teeth all over the place. And Jenny, actually, whose turn is it?
Foes.
Oh, it's it. It's its turn. Do you move at the end of Lorquin? You still have 15 feet of movement if you want to duck out and leave Jenny alone.
No, I'm just going to stand there.
Okay. Well, it's gonna take its turn. It uses an eye ray. I didn't add the roll to that.
Oh
My
god!
bad.
It's a zombie beholder. Oh fuck!
Yeah, it is a zombie beholder. Oh, fuck indeed. 4, disintegration ray. Lorquin, a blast of sickening green energy shoots toward you. Can roll me a Constitution saving throw.
A dex save,
and
not a
good
con save.
success. Sorry, it's a dex save. My apology.
Oh, God,
Still,
no.
still passes though.
What's your dex
14
bonus?
DC.
1.
All right, yeah, you still succeed. You duck back behind the wall, and the green ray of energy shoots past you and blasts a hole. Actually, doesn't blast. There's no sound. It just hits the wall behind you, and about a 10-foot radius of it just falls into dust. We are on the next person's turn.
Fluffy.
Fluffy,
Okay.
you see this green ray just boom by, and Lorquin just push himself up against the wall.
Okay, so I would like to cast Moonbeam at 3rd level.
Okay, so you run in and cast your Moonbeam.
Just on top of the bastard.
Okay. It's
Oops,
just kind
not
of
that
floating
one.
there.
Right. Here it is. Level 3.
Alrighty, and he has disadvantage to these undead, right?
I thought it was just shape changes. I don't think
Oh,
it's
maybe.
undead.
It's shape changers that have
He failed.
disadvantage.
Cool. So you're gonna nail him for 12?
Yes. Yes. 12.
Excellente.
And I will
points radiant
bonus
damage.
action into
Good call.
I constrict a snake.
Yeah, you can
I'm
see
dying
your
of
moonbeam is also like burning up bunches of like books and scrolls that are scattered there. But you know, you got what you got to do to kill the zombie beholder.
Yep.
And
And
you
then
turn
I'll
to a
just
giant
try and move. And I'll try and move in to his threat range.
Oh, you go right up to him. Okay.
Yep.
At the end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action.
What?
And it's going to use the second eye ray. Fluffy, can you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh lord.
No, I believe
Okay.
you use a snake's Constitution.
I do. Oops, that's Dex. Sorry.
Well,
I
the
failed.
roll naturally on the 20 was better. You rolled a natural 18 on the first roll, so you're good.
Oh, okay.
As it shoots like an orange ray down, and it covers you, and you feel it starting to like freeze you into place, but you're too slippery for this because you're a snack, and you like slither right out of it, and there's this like almost like a skin, like a snake shedding its skin of this orange energy that would have constricted you. And now it's Denny's turn.
So did I get my hex off?
Yes, you did.
Okay, then I will add this.
Ah, I'm sorry. You call your crusade against the evil.
Yeah, my Holy Blades Crusade. And then I'm going to use White Flame Blade.
Ah, you rush forward and slash with your hammer. You absolutely hit him with that. That's a mighty roll. And brilliant white fire streaks forth.
Okay, so 13 plus 2 from my crusade, and then plus a d6 from hex.
All right, so it's another 15 damage plus your head. I thought you were doing the green. Oh no, you're just doing your regular attack. Right.
I mean, there is no other creature within 5 feet,
Right,
so I'm
I
still
thought you were
doing the
doing
White Flame Blade. It's just there's
I'm
nothing
within
that
5
Well,
feet.
shoots off.
Yeah, Fluffy's actually within 5 feet.
Fine, I'll do
I think
3
Fluffy
radiant damage
takes
to
3
Fluffy.
radiant damage.
Done.
Okay, so I
Worth.
do 15 slashing damage and
Yep.
3 radiant damage.
Yep,
Oh,
I've
And
already
this
done
is
it
all
all.
magical.
Did I do,
All good.
Oh, I need to do Chaos
Yeah,
Amulet for Mr. Moonbeam. Whoops. Get that fine.
We'll get the chaos sooner or later. Beardfish, it's your move. All of your friends have run into this abbey and are strangely like either excited or terrified. It's kind of hard to tell.
He's terrified, but he wants to protect people.
Well, nobody is asking if this thing got rehomed, so Beardfish is just gonna give up charging and realizing that the eye stalks are not fun. It's gonna try to punch one of the eyes.
Oh, okay.
A fun
Yeah,
thing
you'll
to
hit.
think is when I shape change, all my gear changes with me, but not creatures. So I just have a little fungus on my sneaky body.
Oh, beautiful. So you go punch it in one of the eyes. It doesn't seem to react too much, but you heard it definitely.
I'm
Dead,
going.
it doesn't feel a lot of pain.
I'm gonna punch it again.
Alrighty. Are you still aiming for the eye?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunately not going to get him.
Oh, okay.
But your 4 definitely will. And it's annoyed. Well, actually, it's not. It's not annoyed at all. It's undead. It has no soul. Is that the end of your turn, Beardfish, or are you doing any flurries of blows or something?
Oh yeah, I suppose I could do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do. I don't know how to play a monk. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna do flurry of blows, and I get to attack 2 more times.
Yeah, because this is unarmed strike, and then offhand, and then yeah. All right, still going for the eyes?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Go ahead and give me your damage on that first attack. The second one, unfortunately, missed. Alrighty. That's a total of how much damage did you deal during that turn? 8? Alrighty, let me roll
Yep.
save for him.
Both garbage damage rolls.
Okay. The eye still seems functional, but you definitely did hurt him.
Beardfish to end the turn is just gonna shout,
shit, no, you
"Where
killed
do
his
you
eye."
live?" Oh yeah, screw that eye.
Pop one of his eyes.
Beardfish is just gonna shout, "Where do you live?"
It doesn't respond because it's dead. You pop the paralysis eye.
Oh, thank God.
And at the end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action
I
to.
felt the eye that tried to attack me. I would have felt that one.
Yeah, right. Well, it's going to use a legendary action to shoot a ray at
I'm a giant snake.
one
I'm
of
a
the
giant
3
snake,
people
I'm a giant
directly in
snake.
front of it. I'm going to roll a d3. It's going to attack you, Fluffy, actually. And let's see what ray it is. It's this ray. All right. Can you roll a wisdom saving throw?
Use my wisdom for that. Yay.
Lots of 1. Jeez.
+6, come on. Yes.
Yeah, you're good. Shrugging off this fear effect, it didn't shoot anything at you. It just looked at you, and you were like, "Oh shit, that's scary." But it wasn't that scary. So
I'm
you're
already
good.
scared, okay?
Exactly. Lorquin, it's your move.
Yes.
I'm going to first actually use my fighting spirit to give me advantage on my 2 attacks.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot light crossbow twice at its eyes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That's
So that'll.
the first,
that'll-
and that's the second.
All right. The second one, unfortunately, is going to miss, but the first one will hit. Can you give me the damage? 5. All right. Let's see if. No, unfortunately, that eye sticks around. DC I'm giving it is 5 plus the damage, so he barely succeeds. His eye is not destroyed, but you do hit him for 5, which isn't bad. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, that would be me.
Oh, come on. Action surge. You still have fighting spirit active.
Yeah, you
I could do.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, sure, action surge, and I'll
Alright.
go for the other 2 light crossbows.
That'll connect, and that'll also hit. All right, give me your damage on those 2. Let me see what happens to his eyes. Unfortunately, none of his eyes go down, but you do hit him for another 7. He does not look good, actually. He's looking real bad. Would you like to move at all, Lorquin, at the end of your turn?
Yeah, I'm going to move as far away from him as I possibly can.
Walk right out the door, and you're good.
And I want to stay in the room. I just want to
Okay, yeah,
be
you
as
stuck
far
behind
away from him
a
as
bookshelf or
possible.
something. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Excellent. Just like, not me. And he's gonna go. He's
At the
gonna.
start of his turn, he has to make a con save for my moonbeam.
Oh shit! You're right. He fails.
Fails, so he will take 28 radiant
Oh
damage.
my god!
Well,
Wow,
Wow.
I
What?
rolled really high. Wow, that's amazing. I rolled 2 10s and an 8.
Yeah. What the hell?
That's great. That's
Max
fantastic.
He is
Almost
on
max
the brink of death. Oh my lord! And for his probably last turn, he's going to use one of his eye rays. Oh, it's going to be the good eye ray. Who's he going after? He's going after you again, Fluffy.
He should.
Good luck.
28 damage tends to.
A beam of green energy shoots
Dexterity
out
save.
toward you.
Mr. Constrictor Snake, +2 dex. Okay. 42. Yay! Meets it, beats it.
Lucky you, yeah, you succeed. You just kind of dodge away. He hits the ground right below you, and there's a big, like, 10-foot deep hole in the ground. You fall 10 feet.
Fine.
You're gonna take 3 points of fall damage.
I'm a huge creature. It's fine.
Oh, yeah, you're fine. It's right. You are huge, right? You're like the only huge options. And Fluffy, it's your turn.
So do I take the 3 damage? I just need to.
No,
make
you're
my
good.
health.
You're good. I forgot how
okay.
big you were.
I will simply constrict him. Sure.
You're just gonna wrap around this big meatball.
18. Oh yay!
Oh god! So you go to
He is-
wrap around it, and
Yep.
usually, right when you do that, creatures there's like some resistance, but that doesn't happen. You just kind of squish into him, and it squishes around you like you're wrapping around a meatball.
Like when you squish a grape.
Yeah, kinda, except worse. And
It's smellier.
he pops a little bit, and it appears he's dead. And you hear a voice call out from the other side of the room, "What the hell are you doing here?" And the fight goes on as a cloaked figure wearing a long gray tattered cloak approaches from
At
If
the end of my
that's
turn.
some kind of
Yeah.
demon, I'm just gonna walk out.
Can I move up to him with my movement?
No, he's like 60 feet away right now. But you can
Okay.
move toward him.
Yeah, I'll move toward him 30 feet. This
Okay,
huge
let me
snake just.
Roll initiative. Oh wow. Actually, go. Jenny, what was your initiative?
Mine was 1 less than Fluffy's. So Fluffy was 8, I'm 7.
Okay. What's your
Then
dex? Well, I'll give it
yours
to you
was
first
2.
anyway because you're a player character.
Sure. As a bonus action, I'm going to move my hex over to this dude.
Sure. Yeah, 60 feet away.
Yep.
So,
and then
wait.
I'm going to ranged smite him.
Sure. You cast your ranged smite. Yeah, that'll hit.
For 10 radiant plus the hex damage.
Cool. And is the hex necrotic damage or radiant?
Radiant.
Excellent. Yeah, you hit him, and he's very clearly also undead. He kind of he's got that undead hobble to him. You can't see his face or anything because of the gray cloak. But yeah, you see like a weird kind of like mucusy slime pouring slowly down the front of his cloak. In one hand, which is gloved, he's holding a big pile of scrolls. Maybe he's been going through. Is that the end of your turn, Jenny?
I'll move closer to him.
Okay, 30 feet.
You said he's 60 feet away, so yeah, I guess I'll move 30.
Okay. He is going to hold out a hand toward you, Jenny, and cast a spell upon you. He's going to cast Dominate Monster. Can you roll me a Wisdom saving throw?
Oh lord.
Dominate monster is higher than dominate person?
He didn't have Dominate.
Oh. A creature, and it doesn't have to be humanoid.
Yep, it can be anything.
Okay. Wow. Wisdom
Well,
save?
Yeah, wisdom save. Yeah, unfortunately, you fail as this creature kind of gains a control over your mind.
Hold on. What's the DC?
It's 20.
It's 20. Okay. Because I was about to say my Fey ancestry procs because this is charmed.
In fact, a charm. But unfortunately, that is not enough, as the creature gains control of your mind, and it says, "Let's hold up for a minute. Perhaps you can do something for me now that you've killed my pet." And it pulls back its hood, and you see the horrifying face of an undead Illithid, a mind flayer of
Illithid?
sorts.
Oh lord.
Oh god, no. Just
Look, I could really use some help. some horrible shit monsters have moved into my laboratory.
Oh my fucking god.
We don't care.
I was right.
If you could scare them off, then I would have absolutely no issue with sparing your lives, even though you've just killed my
Yes, we'll do that. Yes. And as Beardfish agrees to this on behalf of the party, they reach down, still looking at this guy in the eye, and just pick up a chunk of the like spaghetti thing and like shove it in their mouth.
Oh god, it tastes like rotting bad.
Blech.
He
Try it.
releases his concentration on you, Jenny.
The snake
I
just
feel like we
crawls
can
up
have
and
an
waits for the party.
understanding.
Out of character, guys, how angry would you be if I kept attacking this thing?
Not angry
You
at
go
all.
right
I'd
ahead.
be
If something's bothering a mind flare, I really don't want to fight it.
but like I'm so curious though. Like this is great.
It's
I'm really not
disgusting.
curious in the slightest.
A bunch of shit elephants moved into my laboratory, and they're too disgusting for me to deal with myself.
I love shit elephants. Let's kill him. What's a shit elephant?
But like, what if?
But wait,
what if you
wait,
guys just
wait.
like let me just fucking?
But where did the shit elephants come from? Who kicked
You
them out of
just
their
on my turn,
home?
I'm going to attack him again anyway.
No.
Do you guys try and fight the Athilich?
No. Beardfish is going to grapple their ally because no.
Beardfish is like, no. Fluffy, Jenny, Lorquin, what do you three do?
I am a coiled snake. I'm just looking back and forth at the Illithid and then looking back at the shrug.
Shrug, snake shrug.
Jenny says in Sylvan, you cannot at all tell me that there is something worse, more evil than an undead illithid.
I don't know.
Oh,
we have to fight the greater evil. That is the code of paladins.
Beardfish speaks Sylvan, so Beardfish responds, what if it's not bad? What if it just stinks?
We are not fighting the poo elephants, we're killing the evil.
What if they're more evil than this?
My moonbeam just in the
There
background
is
going.
nothing else.
He's just burning everything in the back.
But, okay, can we at least look to see? Because what if they are?
I'll tell you what, we can go look. If they're not looking more evil, then I'm just going to turn around and kill it.
Can we at least find out if they got kicked out of their home? Because this is really interesting.
No.
Come on.
I'm one step close to just burning everything.
Okay.
All right, let's go find out. And
Jenny
Beardfish
is
just marches.
screwed up. No, range smite.
Jenny attacks it. Okay.
The snake begins to leave.
The snake's moving the way, and Beardfish goes to walk out the door. Jenny attacks it and unfortunately misses with the ranged smite. And the Illithid looks at it like, what's that? Lorquin, would you like to do anything?
That's us leaving to help
Attacking
you.
I'll say to it, you've got a choice. You can either leave and deal with it yourself, or we'll just kill you and deal with it that way.
I mean, I just want my laboratory back. I'll leave.
I mean, you can always set up a new laboratory.
That doesn't fix anything, because
Yeah,
if he
that
sets up a new lab, then there's
I
still
really-
gonna be stuff in places it shouldn't be, and
I
dwarves
agree.
covered in moss.
I agree with the Beardfish.
Well, the choice is you either leave or you die, so...
Yeah, but I can't leave. The shit
what if-
elephants are in my lair.
This is way past the
That's
three-step
your- that's
Bartholomew
how-
adventuring plan. We have
We're-
done 3
let's-
tasks too many.
Let's go. No, this is all one task. We're gonna go fight shit elephants.
No.
I don't even know what an elephant is. Come
we
on.
are not fighting
wanna-
shit elephants.
But I want to
Shit
know what an
elephants sound
elephant
like
is.
Nice people.
The Illithid is just like, oh my god, this is so annoying, and he leaves.
I
He
just
kind of uses his finger to draw a big portal in front of him and walks through it with a flash of purplish pink energy, and he's gone.
Beardfish's
God.
eyes start watering up, and Beardfish is just like, guys, I've never seen an elephant. I just want to know what an elephant is.
The snake's left. Okay.
The snake is outside somewhere. I imagine surprised it's not hearing the sound of death.
So Jenny is going to be like, you know what, Beardfish, we won't report that we have completed the mission for Bartholomew yet. We're going to tell the flumps that they can move back here, the moss people they can move back to where they were, and the dwarves that the issue is dealt with. But after that, I'm taking you to the city center zoo and we'll go see an elephant.
But what
okay?
if the shit elephants are not in their home? What are we gonna do about them?
No, we're gonna go to the zoo.
But
And at that point, my will just
I want to help.
collapses and I walk away.
I want to help the shit elephants.
We can. I'm going to take you to the zoo, and you can see what an elephant is first,
I
and
don't
then you
even know
can
what
decide
it
if
is,
you want
but
to help.
that doesn't seem like it's gonna solve our problems.
So
Let me know when I
At
make
this
it back
point-
from
Oh, yeah,
Jenny is
Fluffy. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jenny.
yeah, Jenny is gonna leave towards the flump as well.
Yeah, at this point, Beardfish, the rest of your party leaves. They start walking to the steps to go talk to the Flumps. Fluffy, you get there first because you took a shortcut in your snake form. You slithered through a tight crevice or something. And Jenny and Lorquin, you bump into the Flumps coming down the staircase. They seem real excited.
Beardfish is just gonna run out, and because I'm a monk, I probably move faster than everyone. And I'm gonna get there first.
Wait, up to the top?
Yes, just booking it the whole way.
Okay. You get there about the same time as Fluffy?
And Beardfish is just gonna shout, Flumps, where are the shit elephants?
What? Oh, you asked them what shit elephants?
Yeah, no, we're gonna ask where they are.
They live 2 levels down.
What's the hour as a shit elephant? Could I turn into
Okay, and then Beardfish
No,
just
actually, wait.
runs off again.
They live 3 levels down underneath the laboratory.
Beardfish is just running again. Beardfish is gonna go after these shit elephants.
The rest
And
of you,
Beardfish can go alone.
yeah, and the rest of you head up to the town and enjoy a wondrous celebration. We'll get to you in a moment, Beardfish, as the dwarves cheer that the horrible fungus people that actually they were starting to get along pretty well, are all left, and Cragjaw Silverbeard, he comes out, congratulations, you have all done a great job getting rid of those terrible fungus people. I wish my friend Beardfish were here, but oh well.
Don't worry,
Here's your
I'm
Bartholomew
here.
bucks. I've wired their share to Bartholomew already. And
200 each.
there's a
200?
big celebration, which it really looks like it's just the soldiers putting on a show for King Cragjaw Silverbeard. The dwarf people don't seem too happy about this. They seem totally ambivalent. And yes, you all gained 200 Bartholomew bucks and a point of experience. Congratulations, everyone. However, Beardfish.
Kind of disappointed I missed my friend, but sure, let's go.
You sneak down, down, down. You pass what looks like the entrance to the Illithid laboratory, but you know that the shit elephants are supposed to live the next level down. As you
I'm gonna
continue
go-
scooting. Well, you continue scooting down to the bottom level where the shit elephants are supposed to be. That's what the Flumps told you there. And you see a tiny little mouse standing on a big pile of crap in what looks like a sewer system. And he looks at you, and you see his brain is kind of pulsing and exposed. And telepathically, you hear it ask, "Do you have any cheese?"
I mean, I don't, but I can get you
I
some.
came here looking for cheese, but the elephants just ran away.
I mean, I don't think there's cheese down here. I think it's mostly just poop.
Crap! And it goes
Wait,
and carries on.
Yeah.
It leaves. Congratulations.
Beardfish is the real hero.
Shit elephants find their way home under Beardfish leadership. And you've all completed this adventure. Good job. Thanks for playing.
Great work.
And
George.
Beardfish spends the night partying with Silverbeard as the real hero.
Thank you guys for bearing with me. That was